When applying the Understanding by Design model, assignments represent concrete products that allow students to not only demonstrate understanding, but demonstrate understanding as it relates to a real world problem or task. In other words, instruction is not just a matter of communicating concepts, it's about communicating how students can apply concepts in a real world setting. The assignment activity module in Moodle enables a teacher to communicate tasks, collect work, and provide grades and feedback. To add an assignment, click on Add an Activity or Resource. The Add an Activity or Resource screen again reveals several different activities or resources that can be added. Click on Assignment. It gives you a brief description on the right-hand side that explains how assignments are used and also several options related to assignments. Click on Add. Enter an assignment name and a description. Display on description page or on course page so the students or participants can know exactly what this assignment entails. You can select to allow visibility from a certain date to the final due date. In this case, already selected is June 25th and then the due date a week later. I don't want to do anything with availability dates, so I'm actually going to deselect that option. Submission types. We can allow the students or participants to enter text online, which is entering information in a rich text format, which allows for formatting of text, color, size, and different things of that option. Or we can allow them to submit a file or submit comments. Let's take a look at the help to see exactly what is meant by submission comments. If enabled, students can leave comments on their own submission. This can be used to let students alert the marker about which files the master file is in case of interlinked files. That's not something that I'm interested in at this time, allowing them to include comments in the submission. So file submissions is a good selection for me. The maximum number of times that files should be uploaded is only once. And the maximum size is good at 20 megabytes. It all depends on the type of assignment. If it has a lot of audio or video media involved in it, that limit would have to go up. And you do have options for, actually, it looks like the 20 megabytes is the optimal. So they will have to try to keep it contained to that amount. As far as feedback types, that's what you're going to, the information that you're going to provide to the student. Again, there's several types. You can just add comments. You can add comments on your files as well as add audio information, etc. And then offline grading of the work. Again, I'm going to select feedback files. And I'll just take a look at the help to remind me of what that includes to make sure I'm making the right choice. These files can be uploaded back up with the student comments so they can have the tracking changes that are in any Word document, as well as it allows comments for audio feedback. So that's excellent. I'll leave it with that. Let's see what's involved in submission settings. Require the students to click a submit button. Yes. And require that they accept a submission statement. Yes, it just kind of formalizes the whole process and helps the students to understand that assignments are due by a certain time and a certain date, and that that information is recorded using the learning management system. I don't want to do anything about offering more than one attempt, so I'm going to leave those options. Group submission, I have nothing to do with groups at this time, so I'm going to leave that alone. Notifications, notify graders about submissions. So that would be the instructor, or if you're lucky to have several different graders, they would be alerted as well when that's selected as yes. As far as grading, I'm using a simple grading system. I would say that this assignment will probably be worth 20 points. Select 20. And it's a simple direct grading system. I am using a rubric, but I haven't uploaded the rubric or created the rubric with the learning management system. So I'm just going to leave the grading method as simple direct grading. I am not using any grade categories simply because I haven't created any at this time, but that is a good organizational tool for you would have a category, let's say for assignments, a category for tests or quizzes, a category for discussions, and it just helps with organizations of things. I don't need anything related to blind marking. I do want it to be visible, and again, I have nothing related to groups, so I'm not going to do anything with that. I don't want to restrict the dates that this is available. I don't want to add any graded conditions, but again, you have the option, let's say, of saying that they must complete the building a virtual learning environment assignment and they must receive a grade of, say, 75% before they are allowed to view this particular assignment. That's an option, but in this case, I don't want to take that, so I'm going to leave that alone. There are other conditions here that you can add. You can actually add information regarding a particular student and you can select the student ID number and then it would not be available to that particular student. Okay, and it says when access is prevented, it will show the activity is grayed out. It's still there, but it's grayed out. Save and display, and it shows the assignment. A well-developed assignment rubric is very helpful, particularly from the student perspective, as it provides clear guidelines and expectations regarding the assignment. Because the rubric is provided with the assignment, it provides students a basis for self-evaluation, reflection, as well as an opportunity for peer review.